And I'm also a member of the National Executive Council in Kenya National Union of Teachers. I am Boresha member number 3866. I think I'm one of the seniors, and very loyal contributors. So today, we as a family of Kenya National Union of Teachers, we have come so that we celebrate together the success of our Sacco. Personally, I'm very proud to be a member of Boresha Sacco. With me, maybe before I make one or two statements, allow me to introduce the team whom we have come with. So my colleagues, just come. Kindly come. Just come, all of you. So, the leadership of the union that we are here is no, these are people who know how to speak. And because we are waiting for the CS, allow me to allow them say their names very briefly. Let me start with her.
Hello. I'm Shifa Boronjo, the woman rep, Koibatek branch.
Yeah, thank you. A big hand to her again. Thank you very much. Now, my colleague from, let her introduce herself.
Okay, thank you, our NEC member. Good afternoon, colleagues. Wow, you all look very smart. We don't know it's a man here, who is a lady here. For Boresha, the merchandise they gave you is very nice. And, I hope when you'll be visiting our schools, you'll be smartly dressed like this. And that is the moment now we will respect our delegates. It's so that the leaders are not here. We need them sincerely to empower you, so that you may reach schools. If you don't go to schools, how will you market Boresha Sacco?
Makofi mangine tafadhali. Asante sana.
Thank you. A better clap, colleagues. One, tena, asante sana. Thank you so much, my colleagues. Now, the man standing now beside me, allow me to introduce him. His name is Sammy Bor. Sammy Bor is my son. His father is called Bundotich, so I'm his father. Number two is the executive secretary, Kenya National Union of Teachers, Chepkoilel branch in Uasin Gishu County. He is also the secretary of Kenya National Union of Teachers, Uasin Gishu County. He is a member of the National Executive Council. We work with him. We are the cabinet secretaries of Kenya National Union of Teachers with him. And on top of that, he is the chairman of all the secretaries in the Republic of Kenya and beyond. And also a serious member of Boresha. In fact, I think his share should be 1 million plus. And 1.4. And he was telling me, please let us compete and see how things are doing. Okay? So it's a very, you can see how serious he is. So I want to tell him, Karibu Sana, because you come from Uasin Gishu, we want all the teachers in Uasin Gishu to do Boresha. All of them. And I know you have the ability. Why? Boresha gives the best dividends. And they give you time. So let me allow you to say a word, very briefly. Thank you. On top of that, Kenya National Union of Teachers one time almost died. It is none other than the guest of honor today who brought Kenya National Union of Teachers back. I did the arrangement of the logistics and everything. As leaders of Rift Valley, see what from Rift Valley Nyumbani. When we wanted to visit this office, and surely we are really happy. In fact, kuja mtuambie pia sisi nafasi kumwambia asante gongoi unoe kitu bwana chairman.
Thank you.
He became our chair when we were going to his office. And he convened the entire leadership of labor. From the PS, he himself was the CS. The technical advisor on matters labor was also present. And that is why the union NAT is back. And it is even more stronger than even before. Karibu, my brother, say something.
Thank you very much, my brother Bundotich. He has forgotten to say I'm also a church elder. He has forgotten that one. And I'm in the leadership of the church. He has also forgotten to say I'm the chairman of my family. He has also forgotten that. So, ladies and gentlemen, today is a very important day for all of us. And we are gathered here on this above 100. Well, niliona at least your dividends. Meaning karibu 103 or 105, thereabout. So you can see I'm really patronizing Boresha Sacco. Boresha Sacco, you are doing well. We are very happy, Mr. Chairman. On behalf of teachers of Wasingishu, we are very grateful and will continue supporting you and supporting Boresha. Finally, Bwana Chairman, we want to tell our teachers and thank them for their patience. There are 3 things we have been pushing as teachers. Number 1 is the issue of promotion. All of us are aware we have been pushing for promotion, and in the last budget, the government provided some money for promotion. Recently, Teacher Service Commission advertised for positions as far as promotion is concerned. And out of 113 thereabout thousand that applied, only 36 were taken. We were not satisfied with the manner in which some of those names were picked. And we have launched a complaint with Teacher Service Commission with the view of carrying out an audit of the same, because we are very suspicious about that kind of arrangement. It is not for today. Today is for cooperators. I'll not talk about it today. I'll not talk about promotion, but you know it is a big issue for us. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, yes, sir. You are a very serious man.
I'm very sorry for that.
Thank you. You know, when you look at me, your eyes are very sharp. Secondly, I just want to tell teachers, and as I said this in another forum, similar forum, that the way to go is the Sacco way. The way to go is the Sacco way. If I was in another country and having made that statement, I would have had people clapping for that. If I was in another country. Because this is a very important statement. That the way to go is the Sacco way. I've been telling, I was inducting teachers that day, new teachers who were just newly employed. And I told them, if you want to succeed in life, save in the Sacco. Don't go to these other financial institutions. The Sacco will always understand you. Mr. Chairman, there was a time we had problems in NAT for 3 years. And let me tell you, if there is a Sacco that understood us, if there is a Sacco that listened to us, it's Boresha Sacco. It's Boresha Sacco. We came here, had a meeting with the senior management of the Sacco, and they understood us. Because as executive secretaries, we are not earning any money, but they understood us. Suppose it was Standard Chartered Bank, would they listen to us? Suppose it was Platinum, would they listen to us? Suppose it was Momentum, would they listen to us? So that's why we are telling teachers, the way to go is the Sacco way. I want to wish you all God's blessings. And you look very smart. You look very smart, man. Labda hii ni yetu. Yeah, fikiri ni yetu. So nawatakia mema. Long live Boresha, long live. Long live Boresha, long live.
Long live.
Long live the management of Boresha, long live. Long live the dividends in Boresha, long live. In 1 hour's time tutakuwa tumepata.
Let us give him a better call. Yeah, thank you so much. I think he has spoken. And we have a lot of other speakers who will speak after me. Now, I want to appreciate all of you, especially when you were making deliberations. The discussions were very healthy. And the talk that you are talking came from the bottom of your heart, and it had a lot of genuineness. And I also want to appreciate the board of management because they were also listening. And they are up to the task because we want to grow our Sacco together. So I want to appreciate you so much. There are few teething issues that are affecting us, and much of it is the issue of liquidity and the rest. I think the only way that we can sort out this problem is by looking for a way of raising capitalization. I think that's the right word to use. And we have also been told that some of the challenges we are getting are loans from our retired colleagues. On my side, I want to request you that let us encourage our teachers as soon as, not only teachers, but members of Boresha. As you attain the age of 55 years, can you start planning your finance? Start planning your finance. It is so painful when you retire, when you have a loan of $1 million plus. Even if you say, give me something so that when my pensions come, you deduct from it. Already, utakuwa ume lose directions. So the best thing, let us educate our colleagues. Even on my part as a union, I was planning to call all the teachers who are 55 years and above so that we have a serious meeting. And I look for an expert on matters finance. And I think we have the right people from Boresha who are very good. We shall use you guys. Come and talk to them. So that, when we are able to manage that part, hiyo mambo ya liquidity itakuwa imepoa kidogo. Because at times when they also retire, there is something small we also give them from the union. So as they come, I also look at the first thing that I do, I look at I look at the loans with the Boresha. Ninaangalia nasema bana huyu ataenda vizuri. So colleagues, let me not say a lot. Lakini kuna mambo mengi tukesema. But because today we have the CS, na bado tuko na our colleagues from Kupet, please allow me, Bwana Chair. No, let me give you. I want to wish you well. Wacha tuchase pesa zetu wapi? Boresha. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our Honorary Secretary. Nat, our guest is about to come. And obviously when he comes in, we shall have to sing the national anthem. And the other one, the East African anthem, isn't it? So we need to be prepared for that. Otherwise, we have Kubet members. Just for now, because if we shall still get time, maybe we shall see. But for now, you can introduce yourselves. And just maybe one word only, because they're about to come.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Allow me to welcome my colleagues from Kupet, Karibuni, so that they can introduce themselves. And then I'll also introduce myself. Karibu.
Chairman, Board of Directors, union members, members from other SACCOs and delegates, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm privileged to be with you this afternoon. We are here to support the work of Boresha. Personally, I'm a member of Boresha and a happy member, so I'm at home. I want to thank you, delegates, for the work you are doing. Let us keep encouraging our members to join Boresha. Let us market our SACCO. My only word is that let us encourage especially the young teachers. Mr. Bunda teacher has talked about the 55 plus teachers, but I'm worried of the newly employed teachers. Let us encourage them to save money. Let us encourage them to join SACCOs. Otherwise, I want to wish you well. My name is David Delay. I'm the organizing secretary of Kupet Baringo, and I teach here at Bororo High School. Thank you.
Asante sana mwalimu. Okay, allow me to welcome our neighbor, Mr. Obi Watts. He is the executive secretary, Elgeo Marakwet. He's also a member of our NGC. And yes, Elgeo Marakwet, karibu.
Okay, thank you, Assistant Executive Secretary, our Chair, our CS in absentia, all the board members, delegates. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I just want to say that I wish that I could have said when the CS is around, because there are so many pertinent issues within Elgeyo Marakwet.
Aya, asanteni, thank you. Tafadhali tusimame wote. Tusimameni tafadhali kwa unyenyekevu.
Karibu.
Mheshimiwa CS wetu Chelugui anapokuja na akikuja tafadhali vile nilikuwa nimewaeleza tuweze kumpigia makofi mazuri ili aweze kuwa na sisi kwa mkutano ambaye kwamba imetengeneza. Haya, makofi moja. Karibu mheshimiwa. Tumekusubiri. Asante. Fungua. Haya, kila mtu shika kofia yako namna hii. Shika kofia namna hii. Boresha oye. Boresha oye. CS oye. Mimi oye. Nyinyi oye. God bless you and God bless you. Thank you. Karibu. I want to hand over the microphone to the MC of the day, kindly.
Thank you very much. Our guest of honor, sir. Welcome to Boresha Sacco. I think we shall now stand for our national anthem, and then we shall also have the East African anthem, and then we shall continue from there. May I request our Pastor Bishop to open with a word of prayer.
Let's believe and pray. Gracious Heavenly Father, we are so grateful once again for this afternoon session. We want to thank you for our guests that have arrived. We just want to invoke your presence even as we start this session that will take us through till the end. Glory go back to you. We thank you for each and every word, each and every sentiment, each and every counsel, each and every word that will be spoken hereafter, that God, you are going to guide our steps till the end, for we pray through Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Our chief guest of honor, sir, Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and MSMEs, Honorable Simon Chalukui, our other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon again. May I take this opportunity on behalf of all of us to welcome our guest of honor to Boresha Sacco. We have really waited for you since this morning, and we are happy to see you today. Karibu sana. People were very eager to see you, and we are happy to see you. We started our meeting since yesterday, and even this morning we have started, and we have reached somewhere. So we are happy because at least now we shall be getting speeches. We shall summarize the last part, and then we get speeches from our guests, and you will summarize. Otherwise, karibu sana. I want to do some introductions because we are here, and because of time, I will just use maybe the sub-county so that can be very easy. Can we start from Tiati? Delegates from Tiati, please. Where are you? Very fast. Can you wave to our chief guest? Tiati. Yeah, all Tiati. Those are our delegates. Thank you very much. We come to Marikat, Baringo South. Let me call it Baringo South. That is Marikat and Mochongoi. Please, can you rise up? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I come to Mokotio sub-county. Hata Kisanana wakiwa ndani. Those are our delegates from those areas. Thank you very much. I come to ELDAMA Ravine. All our areas from ELDAMA Ravine, Mumbres, Torongo, all of them. These are our delegates, sir. Thank you very much. I come to Baringo Central. Baringo Central, Sacho Tenges, Kabarnet, Salawa, all of us. Can we wave? Thank you very much. I go to Baringo North. Baringo North, that is Barwesa, Gabartonjo, and Kipsaraman. They are here. Thank you very much. I think I have finished our sub-counties. I go to the diaspora now. We have also gone beyond our county, sir. Or can I also maybe go to Nakuru County? Nakuru, where are you? Delegates from Nakuru. Can we appreciate them, please? Those are from Nakuru. We also have from Lemurut, Laikipia. We have a delegate from that area. Bado, they are still under Mochongoi. We come to Nandi County. Where are you? From Nandi. Those are the ones from Nandi. Thank you very much. Wasingishu. Wasingishu. They are there. Thank you very much. We go to Elgeyo Marakwet. Elgeyo Marakwet. They are there. Nimewacha wapi? Wapi? Kitale. Kitale bado. Ama wako? Kitale, we have also gone to Kitale, but very soon we shall have also delegates from Kitale. But for now, Kitale is there, and it's speaking very, very well. Now I'll go to our member of staff. When I see you, you can introduce your people. Staff.
Our chief guest, CS for Cooperative, MSME, Development. Our other guests, Commissioner of Cooperative, CEO, Managing Director Cusco, Bwana Munene, karibu sana Boresha Sacco, DCC, CECs, and all other guests, and all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Delegates, you are looking good today. You look nice. I'm taking this opportunity to introduce my colleagues, my members of staff, Those who are here, please stand up where you are. I mention your name and you wave. I mention very quickly. Thank you. These are representative of the members of staff, Mheshimiwa. We have over 170 members of staff spread all over according to our branches. Right now, these are the representatives. From here, maybe you can come here so that you are seen. This is Mr. Simba, Edwin Simba, our operations manager. Please wave. Thank you. You can take your seat. CPA Priska Lagat, finance manager. Mr. Philemon Chebi, business development and marketing manager. Mr. Gabriel Cherov, credit manager. CPA Dr. Frederick Lagat, internal audit manager. Madam Winnie Sergon, our ICT and innovation manager. Mr. Daniel Mengich, credit analysis and recovery manager. That's a representation of the staff who are here, but the rest are outside and others are in our branches. Thank you, Vice Chair.
Okay, now the members of Board of Directors, please can you also stand? Stand wherever you are. Yes, all the Board of Directors. Yeah, imesemekana wakuje mbele hapa. Yes, all of us, let us go in front here. I don't know. I think we shall do the introduction. Are we okay? So we start from the microphone. Can start from here. Yes, our chief guest. My name is Erastus Kurga, the Vice Chairman Boresha Sacco.
I'm Isabella Parteneu, Supervisory Member.
I am Mr. John Lisonit, Honorary Secretary.
I am Henry Limo, the Treasurer, Boresha Sacco.
Moses Cheptalam, Board Member, Boresha Sacco.
Ezekiel Onyangapeta, Board Member.
Willie Chebet, Board Member.
Evans Mengich, Secretary, Supervisory.
Kiptoki Pruto, Board Member, Chair, Credit.
James Chepcheng, Board Member.
Farida Haji, Board Member.
Chief Guest, my name is Gideon Jesang, Board Member.
Chief Guest, Mamet Welbert, Supervisory Chairman.
Okay, you have forgotten me also, I can see. Mr. CS, welcome. You are the son of the soil, so karibu nyumbani, and feel at home. So I'm called Albert Chebiegon, the chairman Boresha Sacco. For now 14 years, kama chair. 15 years kama vice chairman. I'm 32 years in Boresha. Nilikuwa nachenga hii nyumba. Asante sana. Can we go now to the real topic? We start from reading the chairman's report. Bana vice chairman, can you assist me? Nimesahau kioo ya macho.
Page 17. Our chief guest, we shall look at the statement by the chairman, Boresha Deposit Taking Sacco during the 33rd annual delegates meeting on 23rd March 2024 at Sacco at Hovis ELDAMA RAVINE. That is the statement of the chair. I'll go through. Preamble. The Chief Guest of Honor, Honorable Simon Chalukui, ECH, Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and MSMEs, Commissioner for Cooperatives, invited guests, county cooperative officials, business partners, unions officials, esteemed delegates, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 33rd annual delegates meeting. On behalf of the Board of Directors, it is my humble pleasure to welcome you to Boresha Sacco. Thank you very much for honoring out of your busy schedule our invitation to grace our annual delegates meeting. Number 2, membership. The Society's active membership grew from 75,389 in 2022 to 82,171 in 2023, an increase of 8.9%. We urge delegates to be in the forefront in members' recruitment and education. Encourage also members who retire from service to continue being members as stipulated in our membership policy. During the year under review, we regret to announce that the Society lost 35 members due to natural attrition. We shall stand to observe a minute of silence in their honor. Can we stand for a minute, please? Thank you. We are pleased to report to the delegates that the Society held a meeting with 67 pioneer members who patronized the Sacco at inception on 10th February 2024. The pioneers are happy with the Society's growth trajectory. They call their board members to continue being loyal to the Sacco for own growth and leave a legacy for future generations to be proud of. Governance 3.0. The following Board of Directors and Supervisory Committee who were due to retire as per 1/3 rotational policy applicable annually were elected in respective electoral areas. These were Dr. Henry Limo, I think they can stand as I call, Mr. Erastus Kiapkurgat, the one is reading, Mr. Giptogi Bruto, Mr. Kityon Kiasang, Mr. Wilbert Mamet. I think those were the people who were elected. We continue. Out of a total of 79 delegates drawn from ELDAMA RAVINE, Mumbres, Tengesacho, Kabarnet Salawa, Mochongoi, Kisanana, and Nakuru clusters who went for elections, 70 were re-elected, 6 are new, and there are 3 vacant clusters to be filled next year. We congratulate both the board and delegates on their elections. Members are bestowed trust in you. Therefore, take up diligently your roles and responsibilities as a Society's representative as guided by the Society's bylaws. The 33rd ADM congratulates the board and delegates and adopts their election as directors, supervisory, and delegates for another term of 3 years. Our chief guest, next year, 2025, delegates representing members in the following electoral clusters will go for elections. These are Mogotio, Tiati, Marigan Makutani, and Kapsabet for payment to members. From the results of the audited accounts by said associates, external auditors, I am pleased to inform that the 33rd AGM that the Board of Directors proposes payments to members as follows. A, dividends on share capital at 13%, that is 76,171,895. B, interest on members' deposits at 10%, 467,567,039. Bonus on equity shares at 9%, 24,896,255. Total payments to members, 568,000,000 635,189. Delegates are employed to educate members on the need to capitalize dividends voluntarily and in the future. We need a resolution. Number 5, delegates tour. In August last year, 2023, we went for an educational visit to the coast region where we visited various saccos. Among the various learning areas was the need to raise our share capital for the leaders. Therefore, proposed that the minimum share capital for delegates be improved from 50,000 to 100,000, and for directors from 100,000 to 200,000 effective from next year, 2025. We need a resolution. Number 6, conclusion. Esteemed delegates, thank you for sound deliberations and resolutions passed. You are strong pillars of our great society. Take your positions by marketing and educating members to always patronize Boresha Sacco. Once again, on behalf of the Board of Directors, I appreciate the Honorable Minister for accepting to grace our annual delegates meeting. We appreciate the wise advice to the board and management. Thank you very much. Pamoja Tuastawi, Albert Chebiegon, Board Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my vice. CS, we have already gone through this document. We have the resolutions already passed. So we are not going back there. We are through with those ones. Thank you very much. Let me give to the CEO now to read his speech.
Thank you very much, Bwana Chairman. Mheshimiwa Waziri, we want to thank you again for coming today to be with us in this, gracing this very good occasion where we are having our 33rd ADM. And you're most welcome to Boresha Sacco with your team. The Chief Guest of Honor, Honorable Simon Chelugui, EGH, Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Commissioner for Cooperatives, invited guests, cooperative officers, partners, external auditors from SADE Associates who are also with us here today, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our annual delegates meeting. We are honored to have you as our chief guest despite your demanding schedules. It is our humble pleasure, therefore, to welcome you to Boresha Sacco. We are happy and proud for your steady leadership of cooperatives movement at large. Today's marks our 33rd ADM. Delegates converge here to transact business on behalf of the members from various clusters across our area of the operation. In the past, delegates meetings have been delegates meetings have made bold resolutions that have made the society grow to a Tier 1 Sacco. We will therefore continue building a vibrant Boresha Sacco in the region and beyond. Despite the various challenges in the economy and financial industry in general, the society registered a positive growth, a factor we attribute to resilient membership, represented now by the delegates here. The board and management is determined to ensure that the society continuously improves and remains as a preferred financial service provider of choice to all members. Membership. Active membership as per register as at end of December 2023 was 82,171, up from 75,389 in 2022. Our strategic plan targets a total of 100,000 active members by the year 2025. This target is achievable owing to the huge potential to recruit more members. Let it be a concerted effort by all of us to be in the forefront, recruit new members from family members in workstations and in the community at large. Our share capital. Share capital increased to 611.8 million from 575.6 million in 2022, an increase of 15%. Delegates, you will realize that the growth is low, insignificant. For the SAR to be well capitalized, share capital contribution needs to be continuous to match the growth of assets. Members passed the resolution gradually to grow shares capital to minimum of 50,000 through direct deposits, check-off, or standing order. A resolution is required, Mr. Chairman and our CS. All members will now be required to purchase share capital. Salaried members, minimum 500 shares of 50,000. Non-salaried members, standing minimum 50,000 of 5,000. Saccos are not allowed by regulations and by laws to carry out businesses with individuals who have not purchased share capital. We will therefore ensure that all members have bought the minimum share as per the above categories. Member savings deposits. Member savings deposits increased from 6.89 billion in 2022 to 7.84 billion, an increase of 13%. An increase of 13%. The minimum monthly deposit contribution is 10% of basic salary to a minimum of 2,000. However, members are free to contribute more than the minimum. Our assets. Total assets of the society is 11.348 billion as compared to 9.903 billion in 2022, a significant growth of 15%. Thank you very much. Loan to members is the highest assets at 9.4 billion, the difference being buildings, vehicles, and other office equipment. We target to grow the assets to 13 billion by 2025, next year. Members' equity shares. Salaried members are owners of the equity shares up to a minimum of 25 shares of 25,000, but may purchase up to a maximum of 200 shares, 200,000 as per membership policy. Equity shares increased from 274.2 million in 2022 to 279.6 million 2023. Loans. Total net loans and advances with members increased from 8.04 billion in 2022 to 9.451 billion in 2023, an increase of 1.411 billion. That is a great improvement. Congratulations, my members. Reflecting 18.5% growth. Loan demand by members is still very high. The credit policy will be reviewed to ensure all loans products is secured by savings or deposits. Centralized lending has ensured perfection of guarantors and securities to achieve a quality loan portfolio. The use of document management system to scan forms directly from the branches has ensured smooth flow and efficiency in loan processing. Members' Welfare Fund. Members' Welfare Fund was established in 1999 to safeguard or secure members' loans, savings or deposits of salaried members, and to provide consolation on bereavement. Monthly contribution currently is 500 shillings, deducted from payslip of the salaried members. Bereaved members are paid Kenya shillings 40,000 on loss of spouse or child, and 20,000 for loss of a biological father, mother, or biological father or mother. Total claims is limited to 100,000 in a financial year. Regular contribution to the fund is prerequisite for members to benefit from the fund. Members who are certified permanently disabled by a government medical practitioner are paid Kenya shillings 100,000 to purchase specialized equipment to improve their conditions. On demise of the principal member, the outstanding loan is written off against the fund, and a savings deposit is doubled and paid to the next of kin. Advance on death claims. Advance on death claims. Advance on death claims for burial of principal member is 50,000. A consolation of 20,000 that is not recoverable is paid to the family or the principal member. If there is no claim and member withdraws or retires, to 2023 accounts from 2022. From 1999 to date, the Members' Welfare Fund has served its purpose. We are reviewing various proposals and suggestions raised by members on how to improve the fund and make it sustainable and more beneficial to the members. Kitale Lounge. In affirming our vision of being the financial provider of choice in the region and beyond, Kitale branch was opened early last year. Since then, 3,200 members have been recruited. The branch was officially launched on 9th of March 2024 by CEC for Cooperatives Trans Nzoia County in a successful launch on behalf of the Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and MSME, Honorable Simeon Chelugui. The growth potential of the new branch is high. We thank delegates for foresight in support for the expansion to reach wider markets. With the rebranding in 2012, the society boldly ventured into the regions outside Baringo County to open branches in Eldoret, Nakuru, Kapsabet, Rumuruti, Iten, and now Kitale. The bold decisions by the successive ADMs have borne fruits because these branches are performing and growing fast. As resolved in the 31st ADM to establish Kamosor market desk, a feasibility study was conducted by Cusco. To ascertain its upgrade to a fully fledged branch. The report will be shared with the regulator. If approved, Kamosor marketing desk will be upgraded to a full branch. Mr. Chairman, nyumba imekuwa joto. Imekuwa joto, lakini tuko sawa. Tuendelee. Appointment of external auditors 2024. The Board of Management proposes the current auditor Sade Associates to continue auditing books for the year ending 31st December 2024 for the second year of audit.
As a resolution required. Thank you. That's a double blessing, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll repeat that, Mr. CS. The board management proposes the current auditor, SEDA Associates, to continue auditing books for the year 31st December 2024 for the second year of audit, a resolution required. Budget for the year ending 31st December 2025 and supplementary 2024. The treasurer will read the budgets for the year 2025 and supplementary 2024 for the delegates' approval. The budgets have been prepared based on planned activities for the financial year 2024-2025. Borrowing power. The Sacco borrowing power currently stands at 900 million. Maybe you can check that numbering there, 900 million, as approved by the 32nd ADM. The board management proposes to increase the borrowing power to 1.5 billion to cushion the society. We are experiencing high loan demand. Members are currently moving out of banks due to high interest rates and other charges. A resolution. Disposal of plots, Sacco plots. The board management we have Cabernet 411, Marigat 243, Marigat 245. The size of 0.8. Head of State Commendation HSC by His Excellency the President Dr. William Ruto during Jamhuri Day celebrations last year. The recognition is a big win for our great Sacco. It is a testimony of a focused, consistent leadership and unwavering patronage by loyal members. The society has grown to a vibrant economic hub and a beacon of hope for most of families in our area of operations and beyond. The CEO becomes the second Sacco officials to be awarded HSC after the former chairman, Nicholas Komen Arap Kangogo, who is late, was recognized by His Excellency President Mwai Kibaki in 2007. We have resolutions. Delegates are expected to pass resolutions on the following areas. Audited accounts 2020.
By then he was the CS labor. He is the one who brought oxygen back to the union. On behalf of Kenya National Union of Teachers, that is the entire nation, I want to thank you in a special way. Now, let me take this chance now. I want my colleagues to introduce themselves very briefly.
Brother, our CS, our guest of honor. I remember when we came to your office, this was the leader of the delegation. And let him introduce himself. Very brief.
Okay, thank you very much, Bwana CS. What I felt when I was in your office, I've never felt it since I was born, and I'm looking forward for the same. Just imagine chairing a meeting where you are on this other side, the CS is on this side, and the other official. I was the chairman in the CS office myself. I was the chairman, so I've not forgotten that. It has really improved my CV. It has also improved my thinking. So I want to appreciate you, and I think what my brother has rightly said is correct. We appreciate and we thank you. The road to this revival of NAT was because of your blessings, and your humility. It is true, my dear friends, that great leaders in this world are leaders who are humble, and that reflection or that description fits our brother Chelugui. He is a very humble man, and I think humble people, they say humility is true greatness. So we want to thank you. You did well in the Ministry of Labor. You are doing extremely well in CBC. Wanasema exceeding expectation. So you are exceeding expectation in the Ministry of Cooperative. We'll continue working for you. Just one word, Bwana CS, now that you are here. First of all, I want to confirm, I'm a member of the NEC. Just to confirm to you that as a union, and this is the word of the Secretary General, we are supporting the government of the day 100%. We are with the government. In their policies, in whatever policies they come across, of course we may have our reservations, but we have ways of trying to address those reservations. But we are supporting His Excellency the President in his endeavor to bring back this country to where it's supposed to be. Tell the President that we are supporting him 100%. And we are not wavering on that. If there are issues that we need to address, we'll find there are many ways and better ways of addressing those issues. And some of the things is what you taught us when we came to your office. I want to end by wishing you all the best and thanking everybody. I had told these people, Bwana CS, that what was the statement? The way to go is the Sacco way. The way to go is the Sacco way. That is my clarion call for today. And we are telling everybody else, if you want to be safe in life and in everything else, save in the Sacco. Nobody will follow you. These people, Bwana CS, just to praise them, the management chairman and your team, Brother Mengich, thank you very much. In 3 years, before we came to your office, we had not earned salary. For 3 good years, we were in shambles, we were in problems. But then, since we were members in this Sacco, they understood us. The CEO invited all the executive secretaries who are members here. We had a meeting in this hall, and we discussed and they agreed. I'm telling them, if you want to succeed and you have somebody to listen to you, be a member of a Sacco. They will always listen to you. Boresha, management, Kongoi Missing Big York. Nyinyi ni watu wa nguvu. Mungu awabariki sana sana. Chairman, asante sana. Mungu awabariki na watakia mema. Nikirudi Eldoret, nitawasalimia watu wa Eldoret, niseme Mungu ni mwema. In fact, you know, His Excellency the President is my immediate neighbor, so I'll greet him for you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bwana Sami Bor. Now, the other members, let me just introduce them. She is Elizabeth Human Rep Baringo Branch. Treasurer. Sorry. She is the Treasurer Baringo Branch. Thank you so much, my sister. Shiva Boronjo, she is the Woman Rep Koibatek Branch. Thank you so much, my sister. My chairman, my treasurer, and the other leaders went for other assignments. The chairman and the treasurer went to Bomet. My assistant and the other team are receiving the permanent secretary education in Mogotio because of the function in Mogotio there. So the union is properly represented in every corner. Thank you so much, CS. May God abundantly bless you. Boresha Sacco chairman and the chairman of the board and the CEO and the other members work together. Work as one. And that is how Boresha will go far. Musimame kidete, fanyeni kazi pamoja, tuko nyuma yenu na Sacco itaenda mbele. Kama union, tunafanya bidii sana ku recruit members. Tuna recruit sana members. In fact, when teachers are employed, we ensure all of them are in Boresha. All of them. Thank you so much. God bless you. Allow me to invite my colleague from Kupet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Francis. Our CS, other invited guests, the Board of Management, Boresha, colleague unionists, and delegates. Good evening. I also will not have much to say. As he has said, I'm from Kupet, the other teachers union, other than NATS. So I'm with my colleagues, but before I welcome them, I'm Paul Koech, the Assistant Executive Secretary, Kupet, Baringo County. My my Executive Secretary, CS. The other speaker has just said that His Excellency the President is his immediate neighbor. Bwana CS is my immediate neighbor. Other than that, when I was in high school, when I was a very young boy, a small boy, when I was in Form 1, he was in Form 4. And being an immediate neighbor, he had to show me the way. I remember when I was in Form 1, I was very young, and we had just come from the ambits of the village, and in Dani. And we went to Moya School, Kabarak, na huko, the facilities there was up. So using the toilet was not so easy. And remember, we have just come from our primary schools and our villages. Of course, our villages, we are coming directly from the bush to our flush toilets. So he took me through some trainings. Thank you, sir. So for the union, also for when I was when I was campaigning to be in the union, in Kupet, we do campaign through the all of Baringo County. Tunatafuta kama gavana. So it requires some financial muscle. So when I was campaigning, I went to him. Nikamwambia niko na hayo kidogo, lakini ni kama kutakuwa na shida. He was there for me. Thank you, sir. So anyway, let me now talk about Boresha. I'm a member of Boresha, member number 10074. I am remaining with 3 installments. I become a billionaire saver. So by next year, I hope you'll invite me for the Billionaires Club. So also we have been encouraging our members in Kupet to join Boresha, Jenga Nyumbani. That's why I'm proud of him being a neighbor. So to Jenga Nyumbani. In high school, we have a very strong competitor. I'm not going to mention the name. But of late, we are about to outmuscle that competitor. It is because of efforts from some of us. I joined this Boresha immediately. I was employed, and I've never thought of joining other Sacco. You are doing well, Bwana Mingich, and your team, board members. Mnafanya kazi mzuri. We enjoy the dividends. You now asking us to capitalize the dividends. Tutajaribu kuongea na roho kama itakubali. Tutarudisha. Lakini kama ikukataa wata tujenge. Otherwise, for the unions, we are trying, as my colleague has said, we have so many challenges, Bwana CS. We have so many challenges as teachers. We are supporting the government, as somebody has said. We are supporting the government policies. After all, ninyo made, so we have to support it. Lakini hatutakuwa na shida. We shall support the government policies. And I've been in Koibatek for the last 20 years. And I live in Mogotio. So wakati naenda Mogotio, majamaa wananiringia because wanapata kitu naitwa hardship na mimi nakuja bila. So Bwana CS, Cabinet Secretary, Koibatek Sub-County has been discriminated in the whole of Baringo County. Out of the 6 constituencies, it's only Koibatek. And I wish our MP was here. Please, it's a legislative issue, and if it can be legislated well, Archie ya Koibatek itarudi. Nasikia ilikuwa, but by then I was not a teacher, so ni hearsay. Kama inaweza rudi tafadhali, wazee wenye mko hapa mnajua. Bwana CS, as you go and sit in your cabinet meetings, also encourage our MPs to legislate the same. Sitaki kusema mengi, let me stop at that and welcome my colleagues to introduce themselves. Asante sana. Mungu akabariki. Asante.
Thank you, Bwana Koech, Bwana CS, board, delegates, good afternoon. I'll not say much. My name is David Delay. I'm the organizing secretary of Kupet. But I had delegates, so something.
Yes, our chair, the board of directors, all delegates, good evening. God is good. And all the time? Thank you. I have only 5 things that I want to raise. One, I want to say, Boresha. From the word Boresha, you've made these people to be proud. Under the able leadership of the old man. I want to be very honest to you people that there is no any other Sacco which has done very. I've been going around to so many Saccos. I've heard of 13% which you people are going to get today. Can you clap for the management of the Sacco? I also want to congratulate this man, the CEO. If not because of him, and they're 13%. And when he went out of the Sacco, I also had to withdraw. Honestly, the way my colleague from NATA said, the way is where? The way is to, if you have no money, you have nothing to say in front of people. That is the way to go. So I want to say, colleagues, appreciate your management and support them in many issues for the Sacco to continue. Secondly, as I've said, I could not have come here. I was in Liter. For those who knows Liter, the first lady was supposed to be in Liter yesterday. But because of insecurity, that thing did not happen. Bwana CS, you are the son of the soil, and you know what's happening within our region here in the valley. You know, I'm wondering when it is said that Koipatek is not under hardship. I fail to understand. Which place is better? Is it Koipatek or Kabenguria? For those who have been into Kabenguria, which place is better? And they're earning hardship allowance. Wanna see us? Let's take it seriously. Leave alone even with Kenya South. I'm talking of a place which is well established than here. So, Banasias, do something. I think you need to meet with our colleagues from Elgeyo Marakwet. We have only one major thing which will always make a place to be an hardship. The insecurity will always cover the entire Baringo, isn't it? Ama it affects those other sides of Baringo. It also comes up to here. So, Banasias, take it seriously. I think that is also something which I was given by my colleague, Baringo, Mr. Nyombo, you were supposed to be here. And he was in a function yesterday up to 12, which could not even make him to come here. I think for that case of Baringo High School, we are handling. We are also taking it as the executive secretary, Elgeyo Marakwet. I'm taking it up and we'll finish that case for Baringo. I hope you know, you are aware of what happened at Baringo, isn't it? Yeah, we are going to handle that issue and finish it amicably without our teachers being taken to court again. I think that's something which Mwalimu was handling yesterday and he overstayed in that place. That is why he could not make to this place today. Secondly, Waziri, we are requesting. I think I was the first executive secretary in the entire country to respond to what our leaders of the union said in 2022 when they say that they were in support of Asimio. I was the first one to respond and say we are not in Asimio. So tell our Excellency, the President, Daktari, that the people, and I'm sure the first county to withdraw what do you call that thing? PPI in the entire country Was which county? The second one was which country? Elgeyo Marakwet. And today we are suffering. Honestly. I thought that when His Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, takes over as the president of this country, insecurity in this area will have come to an end. So, CS, pass our messages. I think I also wrote him congratulatory messages when he took over as the president. That I'm believing. May I have come into contact with those people, the Pokots, one-on-one. Wajana ile yenye unaambiwa eti iko hivi hivi. One-on-one yenye tunashikana. So, yes, why should we be fighting? This is 21st century. Those are things which could have been of the past. So, nakuomba. And I want to congratulate you because of your humbleness. This is my third time coming across you. Because you love your people. By the way, to be very honest, this man loves you. There is no any other CS who assists people at heart than you, Waziri. Even when I'm always at Nairobi, when I meet your people, they will always tell me, we want to see our CS. And you are reachable. So, Waziri, keep it on. Pass our information. And make sure that the information is always answered by His Excellency. Tell him, please, stop this issue of insecurity. Na mambo mengine ya 2027 sisi tuko tu hapo. Hatuna mambo mengine. Otherwise, I want to say, as a union, we are in support of you and we will support you. And we will support you when you support us also. Sini ukweli? Sisi tunataka nini? We are in need of what? At least the money, isn't it? We don't need anything else. Otherwise, Waziri, nakushukuru na Mungu awe pamoja nawe. Thank you so much.
Asante sana. Asante sana.
Waziri wetu.
Let's be brief.
Waziri, our Deputy Governor, Chairman wetu, the board, all invited guests, delegates, good afternoon. I am Chepkechei James, the Branch Secretary, Kenya County Government Workers Union, representing the county staff. Guest, let me congratulate you first for always being a performer. The first time you were in labor, and I think as a union, at that time you could fix issues with the workers. Here in cooperatives, you are very active. I want to congratulate you, Bwana CS. I would want to say something, Bwana CS. Maybe I may not talk about Boresha today, but allow me because it is my first time to come to a meeting where we have a high-level officer in the government. In Boresha, we have over 1,600 members working in county government. And of those members, 1,400 are ECD teachers. And Waziri, this cadre of staff have been, I can say they have been molested. Because even the board have decided that they are going to give something called institutional loan, simply because they are just somewhere there, they cannot be anywhere. So I want to congratulate the board and ask you, Waziri, ninajua unakaribia president. Can you reprimand county governments? The county governments, they need to embrace and value the kind of the staff called ECD teachers. That is my plea today, Waziri. And last but not the least, nataka nipongeze Boresha, management iko sawa, wazee wanapokuwa mambo ni sawa sawa. Otherwise, thank you very much.
Asante sana. I think we are through. We have other case. But before we go to the other case, delegates, there is something we have left. Na nini hata mimi napata simu every now and then. Wapi pesa yetu? Wapi pesa yetu? Si ni kweli? Tuaje tupitishe. Si ndio? So how many of you say to peana dividends? Proposer and seconder. Proposer. Propose. Second, madam. Propose and second. Tumalize hiyo kazi.
I, Ellen Tirop, membership number 13238, propose.
Good. This gentleman here.
Michael Kiplumbe, 6547, I second.
Well done. What happened is when CS in here in Boresha Sacco. Ikipitisha na hiyo pesa imeenda. Hiyo pesa utasikia masimu ya watu nasema cook pesa nakuja. Thank you very much. Because I have a lot and the CS really wants to her sister say 1, 2, 3. What can I do with the others? Yes? Waje tukusalamia peke yake, please. Just introduce yourself and let's sema chamke na kwenda kiti chini. All right, karibu, nani? Oh, yes. CIC, Cusco, and Cooperative Bank. Please come forward. Salamia tu peke yake and introduce yourself. CIC, Cusco, and Cooperative Bank. If you are around, please. Yes. Microphone, yes. Introduce yourself, my friend.
The chief guest, our CS, Cooperative Commissioner, Chairman, Board, and the invited guests, honorable delegates, good afternoon. Mine is just to say congratulations to Boresha Sacco for the sterling performance. And may God bless you. I'm happy for the partnership that we enjoy. Also allow me, CS, to just recognize my delegates for CIC, because if I sat down without recognizing them, it would be an offense. So CIC is a strong partner with Boresha. We have 4 delegates representing Boresha in CIC. Thank you.
Asante sana.
Asante sana.
Asante sana. The next group.
Thank you so much. Our chief guest, our CS, chairman, and the board of directors, and all the invited guests and our delegates. Good afternoon. My name is Peter Kangau. I'm the branch manager, Cooperative Bank Nakuru branch. And today it's an honor and a pleasure to join us. I've enjoyed the discussions and I've enjoyed the passion that we have. And I'm sure that the deliberations that we have today are also going to take us from one level to another. Thank you so much. I came with my colleague. Let him mention his name.
Yeah, chief guest, Honorable Simon Chelgui, CS for Cooperatives and MSMEs, Deputy Governor, Commissioner, Bwana Munene, CEO Cusco, delegates, amjambo. Yeah, my name is Ben Sang from Cooperative Bank, the relationship manager for SACCOs. Mine today is to appreciate Boresha Sacco for the partnership, for the kind of collaboration that we are having together as you make serve your members in wherever you are. So congratulations, Bwana Chairman, for the good work and the good performance of your society. We commit that we're going to partner together to ensure that we efficiently serve our members. Thank you, and God bless you.
Okay. The next speaker is...
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Kindly allow me to also mention we also have our bank delegate. I can mention...
Moses Cheptalam, bank delegate, Cooperative Bank.
Thank you so much.
Asante sana. Kwa niaba ya His Excellency Benjamin Cheboy, we have his deputy.
With the permission of the chairman, CS, our chief guest, today we are joined by Managing Director Cusco, Mr. Arnold Munene, ambaye amekuwa hapa for the first time. Sijui kama washawahi kuwa hapa for the please come over. Come and say jambo kidogo with the permission of the chair. Najua chairman atanichapa ukichukua more than a minute.
Thank you, CEO. Our chief guest, our CS, DG, Commissioner, National Chair, CEO, your board, all invited guests, and delegates. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. I am delighted. I am happy today to be here with you. But before niseme jambo moja, wacha ni introduce wale watu wako hapo wa Cusco, ndio mwajue. I have Francis Ruto, who is the regional manager, and I have Tabitha here, who is our staff this side. Asanteni. Yeah. And our delegate, sorry, our national chair here is a delegate of Cusco. I was heading there. Makofi. So chief guest ya kwanza ni kuwashukuru. Your performance, the index that we have seen, the parameters, 15% and above in assets, loans and saving. Kongole. Mumefanya kazi mzuri. Ya pili, national chairman. Cusco celebrated 50 years last year. In the ink of history, we would not have the story of Cusco without Boresha. Mumeshikiria Cusco in terms of patronage, in terms of shareholding, in terms of even the support of the governance structure. Now that you can see even your chairman is part of a delegate. So asanteni sana. Ya tatu, I have heard, now nimesikia union wameongea na Cusco is the union of all SACCOs in Kenya. Waziri na commissioner wamekaa hapa. Union ya teachers imesema there was some fresh breath of oxygen. Si ni kweli? Sasa hata hapa kwetu Cusco, mlijua kulikuwa na changamoto hapa na pale. This is a giant institution. Si ni kweli? Waziri wetu, he gave Cusco a fresh breath of oxygen. And today, I am standing here to reconfirm and commit to you that this Cusco you are seeing, the union of all SACCOs, that we are going to re-energize. We are going to rebrand. Look at products that are favoring to you, so that your growth of your SACCO is the growth of Cusco. We want to be a beacon in Africa, not only in Africa, but in the whole world. Because there is no other way apart from the SACCO way. So today, I want to give my commitment again. Kwa sababu tuko kwa Boresha. Tunataka kuboresha movement yetu, SACCO zetu na union yetu. I seek for your support. This journey, I look at a very bright future for us. In the next 50 years, as we give the baton to another generation, we shall have a strong cooperative movement, a strong Cusco, where we can enjoy all the services and empower our members economically and socially. Mungu wabariki na walinde na wapenda sana Boresha Sacco. God bless you all.
Asante sana, Managing Director Cusco. Kama kijana wa chairman, amenipea ruhusa kidogo. CEO Skyline, please. Salamu tu peke yake, ndugu yangu kama jirani na colleague wangu. Salamu tu, Chema Chamge.
Chief guest, CS, Deputy Governor, Commissioner, and all other guests. Hamujambo. Hamujambo tena. Sisi tuko nyumbani. So allow me to say thank you, Bwana CS, for coming. Tuko pamoja. We are behind you. And Skyline with Boresha, we are really working together to make sure that this region comes up economically. Sawa sawa. Kwa hivyo mkienda kule mashinani, mkiongea juu ya Boresha, talk about Skyline. Because yote ni yetu. Sawa sawa. So asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. Thank you very much.
Thank you CEO. Back to the chairman.
I'm told this DCC means what? Deputy County Commissioner, please, madam, come forward, say 1 and 2 only, then you can sit. Deputy County Commissioner.
Okay, thank you, Chairman. Our CS, all protocols observed, the delegates, Samjambo. yangu nafikiri sina mengi ya kusema. My name is Judith Cheruiyot, the Deputy County Commissioner. Karibuni sana for those who are coming from far. Jana we were here na tukaona mulitupaintia hapa white. And I'm sure mulifurahia kukaa hapa. So we extend your warm welcome. Mukilala mpaka kesho asubuhi, your security is secured. So feel at home. Otherwise, let me briefly introduce my team. Yeah, sijui mtasimama hapo, mtakuja tu. From in the far end is the prison room, Mr. Komen. We have our DCI, Madam Agnes. Sipu ako hapa nje na the DO.
Thank you very much, our beloved CS and all delegates. I want to say that the National Police Service, DT Sacco and Boresha Sacco are safe under the patronage of our CS. God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Asante sana. I go now to the Deputy Governor, Baringo, on behalf of the Governor himself. So you can say 1, 2, and you invite the guests.
This gathering provides us with valuable opportunity to reflect on our achievements, challenges, and aspirations as members of this esteemed cooperative. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Board of Directors for extending this invitation and commend the Sacco for its long-standing commitment to serving our community and fostering economic empowerment. As we gather here today, we are not just celebrating another year of achievement and milestone, but we are also reaffirming our collective dedication to the principle of cooperation, mutual assistance, and progress. Boresha Sacco is now classified as Tier 1, has been a beacon of hope for many individuals and families. Through provision of financial services and opportunities, Boresha Sacco has brought about life transformation and empowered communities. The Sacco has expanded its operations to include not only Baringo, we have Wasingishu, Laikipia, Nandi, Elgeyo Marakwet, and Trans Nzoia counties with the primary focus of offering savings and credit services, as well as customized financial solutions for unbanked individuals in the community. Congratulations to Boresha Sacco. In our rapid evolving world, characterized by economic uncertainties, is hard, and every member needs are addressed. These ethos of shared responsibility and mutual support not only strengthens the fabric of our society, but also paves the way for sustainable development and prosperity. As we reflect on the accomplishments of the past year, let's also acknowledge the obstacles we have overcome and lessons we have we discovered our true strength and potential. And I have no doubt that Boresha will emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. Looking ahead, there are boundless opportunities awaiting us. The digital transformation has reshaped business practices and interpersonal interactions, offering values with unwavering dedication and integrity. ensuring that no one is left behind in pursuit of prosperity. Those are the remarks from His Excellency Benjamin Cheboy. Allow me to make one or two remarks,
Okay.
Chairman.
Karibu.
Thank you so much. First is to say, I'm personally happy to be in this 33rd annual delegates meeting. And before I continue, allow me to congratulate our able CEO, Jacob Mengich, for the award he received from His Excellency Benjamin Cheboy. Let's applaud him. And it proves what Mengich is able to do. If he was able to be recognized by the president, then we have a leader in Boresha Sacco. You've been driving us so well. So congratulations so much, Mengich, for the support that you've given us. Secondly, allow me to say Baringo County government is working very closely with our SACCOs, Boresha being one of them. And to acknowledge that majority of our staff are paid through this SACCO. Not just that, I think sometimes we do have challenges in terms of receiving of salaries from the exchequer. And Boresha has stepped in most of the times to pay our staff, and then they recover their monies once we receive from the exchequer. Thank you so much to Boresha for standing with the county government of Baringo. Also, Boresha Sacco has been one of our institutions in supporting the cooperatives, because all the money that goes through the support of the communities, the cooperatives in the different levels, goes through Boresha Sacco. Thank you so much. Finally, let me make a few comments and say, as a Sacco, I want to say I'm a member. I don't know my number is what number, so I'm a member. So when I talk here, I'm talking as a member. And very soon, I'll want to join somebody. I heard somebody mention some millionaires club. I think I need to challenge myself by the next annual delegates meeting. I should be that millionaires club. And I like to urge the delegates here, let's be ambassadors of our Sacco. Because if we are the people who can grow this Sacco to higher levels. Today when we live here, we are 209 of us. If each one of us was to introduce 5 members to this Sacco, where will we be? About 1,000 plus will be introduced at the end of the year. Please, to introduce more members to our Sacco. Something else I'd like to thank Boresha and Skyline. As a county, I think they are the only institutions who have their headquarters in Baringo County. I don't think we have any other. So thank you so much for hosting your headquarters, and we request that you don't move your headquarters at any point. Though you may grow to become bigger, don't think of moving to other regions. Tukaeni nyumbani, tujenge county yetu ya Baringo. Sindio members? Asante. Something else that I'd like to add is, there's something, Waziri, I'd like to request from you. We have our former CEO, Moses Chebor, who served this institution till his retirement. And he has a wealth of knowledge on issues of cooperatives. We'd like to request you to see if you can give him a directive role or an advisory role in your office or in one of your State Department agencies, so that he can offer an advisory role to you. Thank you so much. One person touched on an issue of insecurity. Members, you've been casualties of this insecurity challenge. And our county really is going through a crisis of insecurity. And we need to accept it. It's a reality. The government is putting its foot down, it's doing a lot, but the people who are suffering are in the border regions, mainly Saimosoi. And the casualties affected are women, children, mothers, the disabled, those who are not able to run for their dear lives.
I'd like to request Boresha as an institution and a partner to come in to support us, especially those on meeting the basic needs for the people who've been displaced in those areas, as the government is doing its part. Please, I look upon Boresha and other institutions in our county to support us so that those people can achieve or continue their lives despite being displaced. Something else I'd like to request also, basing on that region. Boresha has been a partner. It had worked there. I'd like to ask Boresha if you can come up with something like an insurance, because so many people are livestock dependent, because that's a pastoralist region. If you can come up with an insurance solution, working with CIC, your partner, to see so that when people's animals are stolen, they can be compensated. Because those people are dependent on this to take their children to school and make their everyday lives continue normal. So, Boresha, tunawategemea. And we are looking upon you with your partner, CIC, and the rest of the institutions. Finally, let me thank the Fourth Estate for what they have been doing. I think they have done an exemplary job in covering the issues of insecurity. Most of the time, we throw stones on them, but they have shown out the reality, what's happening in those sites. And for sure, I think they have done well, and we've gotten support from the different partners, Red Cross and name it. But we still need support for those people in those sites. Allow me to, before I welcome Waziri, to say, Waziri, thank you so much for what you are doing for our people in Baringo County and the whole country in general. And thank you for what you are doing for the cooperatives. This is one of the pillars of the BETA plan. MSMEs and cooperatives is one, and we thank the President for entrusting that role to you. He believes in you, and also we believe in you. So deliver for the President and deliver for us. But since you've been tasked with the responsibility of cooperatives, and Boresha is one of those under your ambits, I'd like to request on behalf of these members, we'd like to request if the President, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, can be a member of this circle of ours. I'm sure you interact with him a lot, so the members have requested, and you must have had, I don't know whether I should pass as a resolution, because the members can adopt it very easily. Sindio ni kweli? Na tuko na branch Eldoret, nyumbani, vile amesema ni jirani yake. So anaweza mwambia Eldoret anaweza pata branch. So before I invite Waziri, allow me to invite Commissioner Abonyo to make some few remarks. Then I'll come back to welcome His Excellency. As he comes, I know I have my county staff with me here. I'd like to ask them to stand where they are so that I can recognize them. Just come, Commissioner, as you come. I have Dorcas right behind there in charge of ELDAMA RAVINE sub-county. Mention your name loudly. David Mena in charge of cooperatives. Thank you. And we have Zachary Kiprotich in charge of cooperatives. Karibu sana, Commissioner.
Thank you, Deputy Governor Felix Mayo, our chief guest today, Simon Cherwe, the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Cooperatives and MSME, the chairman of Boresha Sacco, and when we were having a farewell to the former CEO, Dr. Jebol, you know, most of us felt that He had left a very big shoe for Jacob to fit in. But I'm happy so far he has done exemplary so good. Delegates, I want just to mention one or two things. I know you have sat here for a while, and we want to hear from our cabinet secretary, whom I've heard most of speakers saying is the son of the soil. So being at home, I think we may have a lot to say to us. But Matthias, allow me to mention that, Chairman, as we move forward, first thing I appreciate that Boresha has performed slightly above the average. National performance growth in cooperative this last year was about 10%. But I can see you are above 10%. That's a big thanks for you. It means the board has put a lot of effort. Number two is the issue of governance. I know you are a powerhouse in this region, but remember you are not alone. We have Imarisa, the other end. We have the other one from Eldoret. Skyline is here. We have even your neighbors from Nakuru. So there is a lot of competition. For you to remain afloat and to maintain the momentum of growth, first thing you have to sustain your governance. Right now, the chair, as old as he is able to provide the leadership. And we need to sustain that. Number two, let us also ensure that we have continually tried to assess our products and services so that we have run products that meet the aspirations of members. It is not obvious, as Nat said, that every new teacher being employed will join Boresha. It will depend on the service you are rendering, how effective you are, how cost effective, and how does that product resonate to the needs of the members. And at this point, I want to challenge the board. Right now, we are celebrating, you have been in existence for 33 years. There were members who have been in this circle for more than 20, 30 years, who sacrificed more than what most of us now we are sacrificing. That time, I believe it was very difficult even to employ a CEO. The board of those years, we were calling them management committee. We had no boards. We had no CEO. We had a secretary manager. What can we do as a Sacco to cushion, especially those aged members? That is something we need to refocus and see, because the aspiration of a member who has already retired, who is 65 years, 70 years, his needs may not be necessarily the same like a teacher who is 30 years. So let us ensure that we have products that also can meet the aspiration. And the more so, the major challenge as we age is about our health. Can we have a product that can cushion? For example, we can have an health insurance scheme that can ensure that our members, even after they retire from the active service, still they can be able to access medical service without a lot of challenges. Because once we do that, we will have achieved the philosophy and the principles of cooperatives. The last one, as we right now record very high growth, I want us as members also to reflect how does this growth reflect in our lives. You know, it's one thing for Boresha to grow, and it's another thing for members' lives also to grow. Can this growth be reflected in our socioeconomic well-being? We need our members to live in dignity. And for us to achieve that, Boresha, you have a role to play. So for us also, even when we take loans, let us utilize these loans from some of the other economic shocks that we encounter day in, day out. And I believe that is the aspiration of a cooperative. Because a cooperative basically is people coming together to enhance their socioeconomic lives. If your life has not improved, if your home has not improved, if your children are not going to proper and good schools, then it means Boresha has not really helped you. That's how we need to measure the impact in terms of our socioeconomic development. And number 3, for our Sacco to remain afloat, let us ensure also we have a youthful membership who can take us forward. We can try to do a lot now, but let me assure you, I can see most of you, very few are here who are below 40 years. Very few. And a number of us, you are my age. So meaning in the next 10, 15 years, we will have gone out. We might be alive, but we may not have the energy. Who will take us to the next level? Let us ensure that we encourage the young members of our community. Now that you have opened your common bond, anybody can become a member. And to start with, let us start with our spouses. Let us come to our children, our neighbors. And then from there, Boresha Sacco will remain and continue to be a powerhouse in this region and even beyond. With those few remarks, thank you. May God bless you. And DG, I wanted you to invite our chief guest, please.
Thank you so much, Commissioner, for those very good remarks. Before I invite you, Waziri, receive regards from His Excellency Benjamin Cheboy. He wasn't able to join us. Mazipokea. Asante sana. It's now my humble duty and privilege to invite you, Waziri, to address these delegates of Boresha. Tafadhali, tusimame tukikaribisha Waziri. Moja, karibu. Mbili, tatu, karibu. Karibu Waziri.
Tuketi tafadhali. Asante sana. The chair, Boresha Deposit Taking Sacco, and your board of directors, the deputy governor, Mr. His Excellency Mayo, Commissioner of Cooperative David Obonyo, Mr. Arnold Monene, our invited guest and CEO of Cusco, the managing director or the CEO of Boresha Sacco, and your management, delegates, all invited guests, members of the union, cooperative bank, CIC, who else? The deputy county commissioner and your security team, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon or this evening. Amjambo, Jamge, Gongoi. Honorable Chair, I am very excited to be back here in this hall 1 year after my first visit last year. I am impressed by the performance, what you can do in 1 year. Chair, what you have done in 1 year took other people 20, 30 years. You've been able to achieve in 1 year. Your numbers, your membership, your deposits, your loan book, your asset space. Last year when your management visited me when I took office and they came to introduce themselves, they were actually projecting to hit 10 billion next year. But today they were able to achieve that projection in less than 1 year. And therefore, it's unfortunate I was not able to join you in Kitale when you were opening your branch. Even after accepting, received your request, your letter, I was not able. But I also, Chair, at least what I was doing by extension is going to benefit Boresha Sacco. I was in the United States. I addressed the biggest assembly of delegates of America Credit Unions, led by Senator Jim Castle. Among the delegates are going to come to Kenya, and they are working under the umbrella of ACOSCA. We have come up with a CSR partnership arrangement with these delegates. Some of them the CEOs of some leading credit unions in America. And in that, we brought out the issue of insecurity, which someone has said here. And they are going to partner with Boresha Sacco. We introduced Boresha Sacco as a frontier to partner with them. So we have maybe a library and possibly 20 classrooms spread across the region within the Boresha operating area. So, kama you deserve a round of applause. There are very few SACCOs out of 369 regulated deposit and non-deposit taking SACCOs. Boresha stands tall. So I am here to give you a stamp of support, congratulate you, and that we stand behind you every step of the way of Boresha Sacco. I have no doubt in my mind, given the governance, given the projections, given the leadership, that Boresha will be among even the top 5 SACCOs in Kenya soon. So Commissioner said you could be doing very well here in this region, but you are not alone. You have to watch out. There are emerging SACCOs. There are SACCOs working hard, watching your steps, and they could overtake you. The biggest killer of every cooperative, every organization, every enterprise is leadership and governance. That is the only, if you sort out that, everything else will fall in place. And I'm speaking to you from where I sit. I see the whole country. This message is profound. Governance, governance, governance. So if you see an organization that does not submit to the members, they don't call delegates, they don't call members, they don't conduct regular elections, people don't rotate, CEO doesn't leave, chairman doesn't leave, or even if they are due to leave, they want to hold on even when things have changed. So let every member, when members sit and the members submit to the members, every day let us renew the mandate. If the chair comes to you every year, submit himself, and you approve, that is proper governance. Because the chair, hata kama ni huyu mzee ama wale wengine, na wamefanya kazi na wameonyesha ushubafu, umaarufu wa kazi, wanastahili kuendelea. Lakini sasa wasipokuja kwa delegates, ni wapi tutaweza kuchucha na kuwauliza maswali? So this engagement to me is everything. Because chair is here, you ask all your questions. I'm told you've been here for 2 days. So you ask the hard questions, all make suggestions, recommendation. That is what is going to sustain Boresha Sacco. So chairman, I congratulate you. I congratulate your members and I congratulate the management. Pongezi sana. Nimeona Boresha kwa kila kikao, they are fully represented. Tukiwa Nairobi, tukiwa nje na waona. So I'm proud because out of many, I see and recognize, associate myself with Boresha. So it will be unfortunate when we are pushing a national agenda and part of those pulling us behind is a Sacco from my home county. So hata kama for nothing, chair, at least isaidia mimi nisipoteze jina. Even if you have to pretend for this period I'm serving as CS, you have to do it for me. We don't want to hear stories of Boresha. Let Boresha skyline keep soaring like eagles. It makes me happy. It makes me proud. It gives me moral and legitimate position to address the nation, address other cooperatives. They say, engutige mwagele, magoninchi tany yaga nemetinya tany. So Boresha kotenyo katane. When I go out there, awalenge Boresha. Koko sebi gole eman. Pamang alegap jicho mot korenyine. Boresha is doing well. So I get legitimacy to even address and even talk. I have a moral ground to even speak to the rest of the circles. So I want to challenge you to keep rising, keep pushing, keep working hard, and that will make all of us proud. The other issue, before I read my statement, is about the suffering and insecurity in our country. I've told you of the meeting that we are going to have in Nairobi, Naivasha, between the 6th and 11th of October, organized by ACOSCA. We expect 2,000 delegates from 42 countries, 6 continents will come to Naivasha. Kenya will be hosting the largest cooperative Sacco movement in the world in Naivasha. It is an opportunity for Kenya to showcase its leadership in the cooperative Sacco and cooperative movement. I invite Boresha, I appeal to all of us to participate, to contribute to positioning of Kenya as a leader in the cooperative movement. The same delegates, the same participants are the ones who have pledged to support through Boresha Foundation security to make a contribution in the insecurity going on in our county and the neighboring counties, to build classrooms, at least 20 classrooms spread across the region and most possibly 1 library. So it is an opportunity. But on the matters of insecurity, the executive secretary from Elgeyo Marakwet made some statements about insecurity. And this is what I want to. I'm privy to the elaborate plans by this administration to address the issues of insecurity. And all that, when ES, I'm looking at between 2 to 3 months. This government will, as organized, planned, and ensured, facilitated our security team. I know it's been a long, you've waited, we've complained, we've suffered, people have died. Teachers like Nyabong, who was shot, a blind 8 teacher who was shot here, gives us a lot of pain. But I want to assure you that going forward, all elaborate plans, and you will just confirm to me, have been put in place. Let's pray for our security agencies, our security forces, those who are manning our security, to deal with this problem of insecurity once and for all. Our president is forthright and committed. He has made pronouncements before. But I want to also assure you, the teachers from this county and even in the neighborhood, that if this problem is not sorted by this administration, then we wait for the second coming of Jesus Christ. We will sort out this problem. We will sort it out. And we are determined. So, I want to believe it's not going to be words and messages and statements. It is a serious business. So, watch this space. There are I also want to mention about the recognition and congratulate your CEO. On your behalf, Jacob Mengich, for being decorated and honored by our president, by being awarded Head of State Commendation. As a ministry, we will continue to recommend and advise on potential nominees for Heads of State Recommendation and honors. We will continue to profile, to identify, to isolate the good guys for recognition because they are making serious contribution. And I'm happy that last year, we have Jacob Mengich, among many, about 15 cooperative officers or those in the cooperative movement who are singled out for recognition. This is a confirmation of the work you're doing on behalf of these delegates, on behalf of the members. We will continue to also push. The second issue that was mentioned here is Moses Chebor, your former CEO, who did a great job. Alifanya kazi. Si kazi alifanya? Miaka ngapi? 35 years. So, I think I would just say, leave it to me. Let me see what we can do in honor of you, the members, by recognizing Mr. Moses Chebor. And finally, you made a request. I hear there's a neighbor of the president in the room. I don't know whether I'm the right person to take the message or the neighbor. Because the neighbor does not require appointments. Me, I have to call the controller. I tell him I wanted to see the president. He will look at the diary and he tells me, come at 5. Maybe the neighbor can just walk in and say, but nonetheless, I will ask the management to prepare the forms. Once the president is around your branches, we can invite him, we can alert him to join this very progressive cooperative Sacco in Baringo. I know this last year alone, I introduced him to about 5 Saccos. Nawiri Sacco, Meru, I think he also joined Moranga, and then he had joined earlier Imaricha. He joined the National Police Sacco when we celebrated their 50 years. So, I think the 6th one will not be may not be a hard ask. Yeah. We can even pay for him just to join them, to be a member of Boresha. So, unaweza mlipia. Huyu anaweza mlipia rais aingie. Alafu akiingia tumwambie sasa maneno ni hii na hii na hii na hii. Lakini akiwa member, si akiingia nyumba sasa tutapanga mambo ya nyumba. Atakuwa delegate, atakuwa member. So when we have members meeting, hata yeye ako ndani, ndio tunazungumza maneno ile ingine, lakini atakuwa ameingia. So let's prepare, and I will inform him about your request to join Boresha Sacco. So I think to close those remarks, so that I don't forget, I thank you, the Kenya National Union of Teachers, because we started a journey. It was not easy, and you were able to work with me. You took the advice, and we were able to succeed. KNUT, by that time, had closed over almost 70 branches. And even the remaining branches could not receive, they could not pay their rental fees. The secretary generals or the executive secretaries, branch secretaries, had not been paid for almost 3 years. So we had Sosion on one side, and we had the late Mutai on one side, and then Oyu were on one other side. I got a call from Mr. Bundatich, and later we met. He led a delegation to my office. And after listening to them, we came up with a roadmap to transform and reform KNUT. We had a meeting in Eldoret, and we met the delegates. We brought in all the branch secretaries and their leadership, and we took a resolution. The day they were to conduct elections, the Minister for Health was in Cuba, and the PS was in Nairobi for health. And they banned all meetings in Kasarani, purposely to stop elections of KNUT. I called the Minister Mutai Kagwe, who was in Cuba then, and I told him about the issue. I even quoted the president, former president. And he was able to prevail on his PS to allow the KNUT to elect their officials by branch. There was no congregation like this because of COVID. The reason why they were proscribed to meet in Kasarani was the COVID conditions. So they would come as Koibatek in their bus, they vote and leave with their bus so that they don't interact with Kiambu or Embu or Meru, so that there is no transmission of COVID. Finally, they made the elections, and today I'm a proud minister of what I've seen, the KNUT then and KNUT today. So congratulations, Mr. Pundatich. Pass my regards to Mr. Oyu, the SG KNUT, and I am always watching your steps. Even when I'm serving in another docket, I still remember where we came from. Thank you very much. In my time as labor minister, there were no strikes. I started, chairman, all the strikes. They came to my office, including the biggest, including Mr. Atwoli. At least Atwoli never abused me. I would ask Atwoli, I will go to his house and I will engage him. And we had 2 years of peace, industrial peace in this country. No teacher went on strike, no doctor went on strike, no pilot went on strike. The planes were flying, teachers were teaching, doctors were in hospital. And despite the economic challenge in COVID, we were able to sustain activities running. So it is the same skill and knowledge gained in the labor movement that we are employing in the cooperative movement. So we want to see a revived cooperative movement. It is my great pleasure to join you during this remarkable 33 annual Delegates ADM meeting of your society. This is a key milestone of your society as it gives the leadership and the members of this society the opportunity to review the past performance of your organization and chart the way forward for ensuring the years. Ladies and gentlemen, Sacco societies are currently operating in a highly competitive environment with dynamic financial sector faced with tremendous emerging technological advances. It is therefore critical for Sacco leaders to be proactive and innovative and create financial products that are attractive to their members and encourage a savings and investment culture in the community. Saccos need to craft competitive edge strategies to maintain the cooperative spirit and demonstrate a commitment to live the cooperative principle to thrive in business. Cooperatives are encouraged to embrace emerging technologies and adopt appropriate strategies that will provide solutions for their members' needs and offer competitively demand-driven services. Dear delegates, the cooperative model remains the best vehicle for fighting poverty and inequality in the society. It is true that cooperatives traverse all sectors of the economy, cutting across all classes of professionals in the ministry. My ministry is aware of the challenges facing financial cooperatives, including non-remittances by employers, cybercrimes, low investments in human capital and talent scouting, low investment in technology, weak governance structures, and stiff competition from other financial institutions and others. My ministry will continue to champion reforms in the cooperative sector to enable Kenyans to participate fully in growing the economy through the creation of an enabling environment policy, legislative and institutional frameworks. Cooperative policy themed Promoting Cooperatives for Socio-Economic Transformation was enacted into Sessional Paper number 4 of 2020 and is being implemented with Cooperatives Bill 2023 now in Parliament awaiting consideration and enactment. The bill proposes a raft of interventions that will facilitate cooperatives to grow to another level. To foster self-regulation, the Cooperatives Bill has provided for the registration of cooperative federation for each value chain, while proper fit and tests have been mainstreamed into law to ensure that cooperatives are run by people of integrity. And I think this is very important because in the past, delegates have engaged in political campaigns, even using money to be delegates, to be directors, ending up, and once they get to office, they abuse their positions. This law is going to deal with those issues so that members' funds are not abused or misused by those entrusted by the members. And as a ministry, we will continue to be vigilant, to be watchful of any member, any leader or other delegates or other officials who have been entrusted to position of honor, position of leadership, who puts their fingers into members' funds. You know of the case of Cusco. Cusco has had a challenge for the last almost 5 years, not paying dividends. And when I came to office, I wrote a letter to SASRA to investigate what the complaints I had received in Cusco. We went into legal challenges. We had to suspend the activity within a month. But I took that assignment and I gave it to the commissioner, who then conducted his audit in Cusco. In these findings, I was able to share with the management, the board, and the board were magnanimous, and they caused changes in the management and changes in the board. And as we speak today, we have a new phase of board of directors and new phase of management under Arnold Munene. I am convinced with the plans and the roadmap agreed for Cusco under the leadership of Arnold Munene, Cusco will be back to its original objectives as Union of Sacco, Union of Saccos. So I want to appeal to you, Chair, and as a delegate and members of Boresha Sacco, to give Cusco the support so that we bring back, we mainstream, we restore back Cusco that we had. In addition, the ministry also is focused on financial cooperatives to play a key role in financing MSMEs and productive value chains to stimulate economy and bring down the cost of living, to eradicate anchor, create jobs, expand tax base with inclusive growth. This morning at 8 o'clock, I attended Chai Sacco AGM at Radisson Blue, and later on attended Steamer Sacco together with my colleague Rebecca Miano at CIC. Those two SACCOs have already developed products for MSME. I appeal and challenge you to also take up that responsibility. We have so many people here who are looking for financial services. The challenge we have in this region and in the country is lack of or access to affordable credit. Access to affordable credit. And you underline the word access, you underline the word affordable, and the word credit. Those three words have actually words that have been used to empower or to disenfranchise many people. So if you utilize these facilities, these deposits that you have to empower others, Commissioner talked of cooperative is coming together for economic empowerment. If there is no empowerment within us, then we have not truly achieved the original objectives of a SACCO. So let us also really have an affirmative plan to support the MSMEs. The government identified those as enablers to realize bottom-up economic transformation agenda. In addition, we are implementing priority value chains through cooperatives due to their inclusivity, which resonates well with better. These value chains include cotton and apparel, artisanal fishing, artisanal mining, tea, coffee, rice, dairy, beef, leather, and leather products. Among these value chains, in Baringo, where you are, and the neighborhood, artisanal fishing in Lake Baringo, we're going to have 5 beach management units which will be facilitated, incorporated as cooperatives, and they will be supported with fishing kiosks and cold storage through my ministry and the Ministry of Mining. The other plan we have is on coffee. When I went to cabinet, Baringo is one of the 42 counties growing and producing coffee. But because of governance and mismanagement that happened, many people, just like the rest of the country, left coffee farming. But as an actual, the government of Kenya Kwanza government has prioritized coffee. As I speak to you, I did a cabinet memo to the cabinet. It was approved. 8 billion shillings was approved by cabinet. And already as we speak, I went around the country. I was in Kabarnet, I was in Eldoret, I was in Kericho, I was in Trans Nzoia, in Kitale. We have already dispersed 4 billion shillings to the coffee farmers as cherry advance. So what it means, once you harvest your cherry and deliver to your society, you will be given 40 shillings on delivery. Upon pulping and wet processing, drying and putting them in the bags, once you get to the mill, you get another 40 shillings as a farmer. So in total, a farmer within a month of harvest will get 80 shillings of cherry. This is the guarantee minimum return that we talked about. So the farmers of Baringo, Kyogas and Amogas. I was in Cabernet. I spoke to 3,000 people. Kukyomi anokwe. Rangot kumagas at kinye kumakogas ay. Kaugas na tomogas. This money is government money to support the coffee sector. So if you never had us in Cabernet, now you've had me. This money is available on your phone through your society. We want to grow coffee production in Baringo from the current production. I think they are doing 5,000 to 50,000 to 10,000 metric tons within 1 year. And we will support them with fertilizer through their societies. We will give them cherry advance. Even if everything fails, you will go home with 80 shillings per kilo of cherry. So the business, the challenge is you. So now maybe I spoke in Kiswahili the other time because those were farmers. Now I think my Kiswahili here is clear. So I want to send you to the farmers, even those farmers within the room, to tell Kenyan Baringo coffee farmers that the government of William Ruto has allocated 8 billion shillings to coffee farmers in the country. As I speak to you, 609 million shillings imeenda na wakulima wa Nyeri. 400 million imeenda na wakulima ya Kericho. Baringo tumechukua milioni 4.5. Na mimi ndio napeana. Na mimi napeana, nampatia yule ameomba. I can't give you the money. You have to apply, you have to fill a form and process the application for us to deliver the money to you. If you don't apply, even if I'm the one giving, I'll not give you. So please, let's know, it is shameful for me to do all these things. Everybody is doing, embracing. And then when it comes here, Naskia, I was hearing from other people that Baringo people are not very keen on taking loans. Mara shamba itaenda, mara bibi nitanyang'anywa, mara all these narratives. Now, as I serve in this ministry, I will protect you. At least your wife will not be taken away. But let's farm. Let's go back. This place from Solian, Ravine, Perkera, Tenges, Sirwo, Sacco, Ewalel, Kapropita, Kabarnet. You go down to Kapartonjo, to Kipsaraman, to Churo, to Mochongoi. All these Sogon area, these are coffee growing areas. I want to challenge you. We want to ask you to support us to push the coffee production. This is a cash crop. It will increase the money in the pockets of these people of Baringo County. It will diversify their incomes, including you teachers who may have additional ability to do some of these things. Tumekubaliana hapo walimu? Tuko pamoja? The other issue in this county that needs to be pushed is the dairy sector. From next month, or from July, we will be paying farmers on a date fixed, and we are thinking of the 5th of every month. Tunalipa wakulima. And I'm going to make pronouncement to all milk processors, private and public, to pay farmers on the 5th of every month. So we have put money. I know Saccos have been involved, Boresha, Skyline. There are still issues that we are sorting, but in July, we want to ensure all those issues have been sorted. I've already itemized all the claims from cooperatives, including waiver of coffee, Starbucks, and the skip. Some of them were administered by Boresha. We are working on a formula to waive those debts that were administered by Boresha and Skyline. We will also come up with a plan to waive all outstanding debts in the dairy sector so that we begin this sector from a clean slate. So that means the issues between Boresha and KCC will have been addressed, and we begin afresh so that we can give. It is possible. In Meru, they are doing it. Every 5th of the month, Meru dairy farmers pay their farmers without fail. Every 5th of the month. Kidunguri dairy farmers, every 5th of the month, they pay their farmers. So it is something that has been done. We can do it here also. And we can do it nationally. Finally, on the value chain, it's about beef. Yesterday, the commissioner sent a team to Chemogoch, the feedlots in Chemogoch. After our meeting in Nairobi, I asked them to send a team, and they met with the county team with a view of operationalizing Chemogoch feedlots. We want to use that feedlot as a national pilot project with over 10,000 bulls, fattening of bulls there, quality bulls that are fit for export. We are going to incorporate a cooperative, and it is open for people who are interested to join and follow the bylaws of that cooperative to promote beef finishing in this county. This will be the first one that is being piloted together with the World Bank and also my ministry and Ministry of Livestock. So the cooperative is an open membership, just like Boresha. You join, you follow the bylaws, you become a member, and ensure that you comply with the members, with the bylaws of the society. So my ministry is keen on promoting the feedlot cooperatives in ASAL areas. In total, we will be commissioning 94 of them. But Mogotio, this one in Baringo, will be the first one to be operationalized. Later on, we will be looking at slaughterhouses. We will be looking at 5 of them nationally. So people of Elgeyo Marakwet, this belt, this Kerio Valley, is good for beef, is good for coffee, and is also good for, I've seen some tea here. So we need to diversify our incomes by investing. So you are the best people to sensitize the community and the society. Sinamna hiyo. Dear delegates, the ministry has proposed amendment of Sacco Societies Act to operationalize Deposit Guarantee Fund and establish central liquidity and shared services. We are looking at people like Cusco to organize us into a shared services platform to provide common services. There is no point having 10 ATMs in Ravine where we can share one if we are in a shared central liquidity facility. If we are together with Imarisha, together with Stima, together with Harambe, we can use an ATM here and serve all the members by just putting a switch. So this will bring down the cost of services and even the operational cost. So this policy is now before cabinet for consideration and then onward transmission to parliament. Further, SACCOs will have an avenue for inter-SACCO borrowing. Once you join a shared services platform, you have an opportunity to approach Skyline on a regulated relationship for overnight lending. And same time, Skyline can come to Boresha for a short-term borrowing on regulated terms. So it makes our life easy because it is a SACCO borrowing from another SACCO on an agreement. Members deposit, it also protects the lenders' interest. This will also enable SACCOs to join the national payment system. Sio ni mzuri?
You do not have to transact through this Western Union coming through CFC Stanbic, and then from CFC it comes to another bank.
It comes to Boresha. It will be US to your account where you are. National payment system. It means SACCOs may now issue payments at checks, and they will through the central liquidity facility. You can have your own clearing house of SACCOs. This is a progressive discussion, and we have seen this in America through CUSOs and also in Canada. Finally, the emerging technological innovations offer new avenues for cooperatives, not only to create wealth for their members, but also vehicle to offer unmatched products and seamless service virtually. Ladies and gentlemen, I note with satisfaction that Boresha has continued to empower members to participate in the national development. I note with appreciation that your assets grew by 14% to over 11.3 billion. Your deposits grew by 14.7% to over 7.8 billion. And your loans and advances grew by 17.7% to over 9.4 billion. Your revenues grew by also 14% to over 891 million. And our membership grew by 5.4% to over 141,000. In addition, I commend your decision to open your common bond to encompass the whole of Kenya, the increase of your branch network to bring services closer to your members, adoption of fintech integration digital platform for onboarding members, loans application, among others, and a concern for the community CSR project, that is Boresha Community Foundation, to carry out your corporate social responsibility within the community. I encourage the board and management to continue working hand in hand to surpass the performance of the coming year. Mr. Chair, I've had a World Bank program called Nyota and Gadget, who are supporting cooperative SACCOs through financial support, financial services, financial lending on lending to members. We have already given Fortune SACCO 500 million. I have asked, Mr. Chair, I've already informed your CEO, and he moved very fast and submitted his request for those funds. Because when they came to my office last time, and they asked me, they want youth fund, Inua Jamii, wanataka Uwezo fund, ipitie kwa Boresha. So KDC, a program we are jointly implementing with the Ministry of Trade and Industry, has about 5 billion shillings from the World Bank to be used to support MSMEs. So already one SACCO, we gave them on Monday last week. I've asked Boresha to do the same, and he has already submitted. I've also informed Skyline to do the same, because this money is given in bulk for on lending to members at reasonable terms. This will increase your portfolio, your loan portfolio, and gives you more opportunity to support many people. So I expect you as Skyline to move with speed and process the application. If you miss anything, you can ask your neighbor here. I think he has already done it. So it is incumbent upon you leaders to embrace innovative reforms and come up with strategies that will pave the way for cooperatives to continue trailblazing in the economic trajectory. This can be done through adoption of appropriate technology and innovation. Harnessing the power of technology and innovation will facilitate cooperatives to deliver the cooperative value proposition. This is because technology and innovation will power growth and create new opportunities in the business environment. I'm happy that you have embraced technology. That that members can access their balances. They can make their loan processes using their phones, using at the comfort of their maybe their houses and maybe where they an even classroom. In addition, technology will simplify cash and other financial services delivery to your customers, besides reducing risks and fraud while enhancing cybersecurity and creating a new ecosystem to deliver tech-driven financial services. Cooperatives need to acknowledge and emphasize innovation at all times and prioritize technology and innovation as corporate strategy level with a view of creating a win-win situation for members. Besides, research and networking with stakeholders to deliver seamless services will be an important aspect in the cooperative business. So as I finish, I want to acknowledge I went to school with Kibruto of Moya School, Kabarak. I taught him many good things, not the bad things. And I hope he will still follow the footsteps. And also, the ASLA fund, which we introduced as a government initiative to address a gap in funding. We've been able to lend as at today over 49 billion to 22 million Kenyans, and we have received back 37 billion, a repayment rate of 70%. I sometimes watch the TV and I see some of our brothers in opposition criticizing or condemning this affirmative fund. 500 shillings is not easy to get unless you are a rich person. 500 shillings is a lot, is too much for to just drop. I don't know if anybody has ever seen 500 shillings on the street and passed. Umeona 500 na ukapita. Sababu ni kidogo. Who is this brother and sister who will just give you 500 by dialing *254? So what I'm telling Kenyans, let us borrow and repay. This is the culture we want to build in our country, so that when they hit 50,000, we are able to transfer and graduate them to Boresha Sacco and to other banks like a cooperative bank. So the idea is to teach, to embrace, to bring financial literacy, financial inclusion, and financial inclusivity in our country. So there are those Kenyans who have not paid, including some here in Chairman who may not have paid. I know some of them may not have paid. You borrow and pay. Because if you have not paid, soon even Boresha might ask you questions. Why are you defaulting Hustler Fund, 500 shillings, and you want me to trust you with 100,000? Is that not a good question? If you cannot pay 2,000 shillings that you are given on trust, how sure are we that you will pay 100,000 that you have borrowed? So it is a character, it is credit scoring, it is about yourself. So leave alone the ability, leave alone the security. What is your character? Do you borrow with an intention to pay, or you are borrowing with an intention to run? If you cannot pay Asla Fund, you cannot pay Boresha loan. So in soon, I will want Mr. Mengi to ask me for a credit score, and I'll be able to avail for you to know the character of the borrowers of your money. Sinamna hiyo? Ama mnataka pesa yenu mpatishe? I want to give you someone who has borrowed 10, 15 times without security, but has faithfully repaid that loan. That character, if you gave him 100,000, he will pay. If he paid without security, if he came to you to borrow 100,000 with a guarantee, he will pay. Sinamna hiyo? So in the adoption of innovation and development of a new cooperative ecosystem will greatly help cooperatives to increase efficiency. Cooperatives must therefore adopt and embrace technology and innovation to improve their working system. So with those many remarks,
Mimi nataka kumalizia hapo nikiwatakia heri, nikiwa mimi nasimama nyuma yenu. Mwenyekiti, mimi niko na imani kwamba hii shirika ya Boresha itanawiri, itaenda juu, itashindana na wengi na itashinda. Kila mahali tunapozungumza, watu wengi wanataka kupitia hapa Boresha. Juzi kulikuwa na ma-CEOs wakubwa kutoka Amerika walisema wanataka kuona Boresha. And they were here. I asked my peers to accompany them. And they were hosted here in Boresha. One of them, anaitwa Books First. It's a union of teachers of United States. Their asset base is $4 trillion. $4 trillion. Hiyo ni pesa ngapi ya Kenya? That is one. The fellow has been assigned 3 planes. Doesn't use commercial flights because he might be delayed in his meetings. He's assigned 3 planes, jets. He can move from California to Washington and sleeps in Minneapolis. That is the size of the Saccos in America. That is our dream. And our dreams are valid. So with those many remarks, asanteni sana. Mungu hawabariki.
Asante sana. Pigia makofi. Asante sana. Bwana CS. I said the son of the Magaka siya mwa. Ile mtu mstage bondone. So, next ADM mitatangaza millions imewekwa hapa. Next delegate. Otherwise, from there, I want us to close. National anthem, okay? Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Tuketi chini kidogo. Thank you very much. At this juncture, we are going to give out presents. Bwana Chairman will give to the Minister. Vice Chair will give to the Deputy Governor. CEO will give to the CEO Cusco. Our Treasurer will give to the Commissioner. Those 3. Thank you very much, our guest of honor. Asante sana kwa kukuja Baringo. Welcome again. Pelekea mama nyumbani. Asante. Next is Deputy Governor. Bwana Vice Chair will give to the Deputy Governor. Thank you very much. Sorry. Thank you very much. Asante sana Bwana Deputy Governor. That is from us, Boresha Sacco. Na umesema utakuwa millionaire. Thank you. Umejaribu. Last year you registered and we are very much happy. Karibu to the club. Next is our Sasra, our commissioner, Bwana Obonyo. The treasurer will give out. Na tushangilie tupige makofi. Thank you very much, Commissioner. You have been with us. Each time we call you, you come to Boresha. We are proud of you. Thank you very much. Next CEO to CEO, Cusco. Munene, tulikuwa tunaita governor ya Nairobi. Sasa ni wa Cusco. Asante, karibu Bwana Munene. Makofi. Thank you very much. The last one is our CC wa county. Alafu tunafungia hapo. CC wa county, Bwana Mamet. Bwana Mamet. Bwana Kobetpet. Apoke. Asante sana. Thank you. Tumemaliza nafasi hiyo. Reverend Jemjor. Reverend Jemjor will close with a word of prayer. Then we will allow our guests to leave so that we will follow suit.
Okay, I want us to rise as we pray. First letter of Chronicles, chapter number 4, verse 9 and 10. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers. His mother has named him Jabez, saying, I gave birth to him in pain. Jabez cries out to the God of Israel, oh, that you may bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from all harm, so that I will be free from pain. And God granted his request. May the Lord grant us the request of our.
The Lord bless you. Shall we believe and pray? God and our Father, we are so grateful once again as members of Boresha Sacco. We want to thank you for the distinguished guest who has been invited over this ceremony. We want to thank you for the honorable delegates. We want to thank you that, Lord, you have been with us since we started yesterday, together with the management and together with all the stakeholders of this Boresha Sacco. We just want to invoke your presence that even as we come to the close of this ceremony, that these members are traveling to different destinations and those who are going to reside, we just want to pray that, Lord, you'll take them safely to their destinations, that their journey will be safe. We pray also for our CS who is traveling together with our guests, that, Lord, you'll give them also safety and journey mercies to every direction they go, that, God, you'll bring to us again so that we can be able to interact and be together. Thank you for this day as we come to the close of this ceremony, that, Lord, you dismiss us with your blessings. And now may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen.
Alimwambia Simoni, tweka mpaka kilindini, kashushe nyavu zenu. Yesu alipokwisha kunena, alimwambia Simoni, tweka mpaka kilindini, kashushe nyavu zenu. Bwana mkuu, tumefanya kazi ya kutosha usiku kucha. Bwana mkuu, tumefanya kazi hata tusipate kitu. Bwana mkuu, tumefanya kazi ya kutosha usiku kucha. Bwana mkuu, tumefanya kazi hata tusipate kitu. Nashusha nyavu, nashusha nyavu, nashusha nyavu. Nashusha nyavu, nashusha nyavu. nashusha nyavu, nashusha nyavu, nashusha nyavu. Bwana nitasimama tena, hata nikilemewa, wewe utanishika tena, hata vita inijie, Bwana utanipigania, watesi wajipange, Bwana utapigana nao. Nimetoa mwenzenu, nimetoa na mafuta nikapewa, nikapanda na mbegu nikapanda ila mvua haikunyesha. Tumefanya kazi ya kutosha usiku kucha, Bwana mkubwa, tumefanya kazi hata tusipate